What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Dent Digest live show. What is that, Manny?
I had this client make this for me, man. I mean, he didn't make it, but he found a Hot Wheel that is like my van.
That's cool.
And this is when I had like the
The
wrap on
logo.
it. Except this one has a body kit, but it's still cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
he
awesome.
came in one day. It's just like, look at what I got for you. I'm like, what?
You're like, what? You're dents free?
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. But what's up, Ryan? What's up, everyone out there?
What's going on with you?
Jeff, Josh, Andy. Everything's good, man. We are freezing in California today.
You know what? We really, guys. I'm just letting you know. Me and Manny,
Listen,
we're having a hard time being friends anymore because he's like, it's like 40 some years old. 40 degrees outside. It's freezing cold. He's got a winter Parker on right now. I'm like, bro, that's not even cold.
Listen, it is 48 degrees right now, Ryan. That's cold, man.
God.
That is cold. It's so cold that I don't know if it happens to you, but like I get a headache when it's like super cold. Like today, like right now. Dave-O in the house.
No, I don't have that problem. Sorry.
Man. Yeah, it's crazy weather down here in California today. So yeah, it's been cold. It's been raining all day, and but
Here
we need the rain.
77, baby.
Oh wow,
77. That's crazy. That's crazy for us. So it's not usual. But tomorrow it's supposed to be 42.
I like that Anson shirt that you got on.
Well, you know what? I got this at MT. I actually really like this shirt, man.
Look at that. I think it's probably like the first time that you ever have a different shirt on the show.
Hey, I wore Carbon Tech last week or the other week that we had. You just didn't pay attention. It's okay.
I didn't pay attention, but
it's okay.
Yeah, looks good.
And it's a comfortable shirt. So I want to tell you something. I got to say it. And you said it a couple weeks ago, and I'm fully vetted on this now.
What's that?
The B&D tip tool, the ratcheting tip thing, is game changer.
Okay.
The reason I say that, I've used it. I've tried to use it on almost. I'm on a roll right now of like lower bed sides, either in front of the wheel or behind the wheel or under the taillight. We've done I think I've done 5 this week, and it's amazing.
You put it into work?
I'm really, really liking his Spartan tip, the one that's really sharp that comes all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it pushes so clean. And if I just need to make just a little bit of an adjustment, it's amazing. It's just.
I was just talking to someone today that like it's crazy how back in the days you went from like almost like a square tips, like edges, and now to something like so sharp like that. And it's crazy the kind of pushes that you will get out of that, almost like a soft
and I'm
push.
bouncing, I'm not just using his, I'm using the Dent Reaper dolly tips. I'm using the the Dent Slayer tips that are out. So I'm kind of going in between all of them, and the Excalibur tips. I'm using those also. The Half Moon.
Yeah, that's the one that I really like using it with. For some reason, just because it's small, it's so easy to play with.
My only gripe on the ratcheting tip. I have to have one. It's not perfect. The only gripe that I have is if it was smaller. The tip's kind of long.
Yeah.
Like today I was using I was doing underneath the taillight of a Dodge, like the bumper got hit and it kind of damaged in that section underneath. And the tip was just too long on my Jaybird to get in there. You know what I mean? So if it was just a little bit smaller, but I'm sure that's a really hard thing to do with that ratcheting mechanism in there. So I understand.
Yeah.
But guys, if you don't have that tip, that whole setup, just trust me and buy it.
And you could actually, if you don't want the whole setup, you could actually just buy it, just the ratcheting thing.
And I've been using all
tips.
Like it's even the ovals. I didn't think I would really use those at first. You know what I mean? Because I have the Dent Reaper dolly tips. But those little ovals, you know what I really like about those is side loading. So pushing on the very side of it, bro, it's great.
You know which one I did use the other day on a big dent? It was the Anson, the bumper
the big one.
eraser.
I didn't get that.
So, bunch of glue on it, like on a big dent, just, get in there and just move a lot of metal. I really like that thing.
What do you like about it? Just the size?
Just the size, yeah.
Okay.
It helps you to move a lot of metal, like on a big dent. So
that's fair.
Yeah. I do want to give a shout out to the dent nerds. I did watch the show a couple of days ago, or what was it? Yesterday, actually.
2 days ago.
It was all right. Nah, just kidding. It was great, man. I was happy to see all four them nerds, just running the show. I almost felt like I was off because I wasn't drinking anything. They all had their unique bottles. It was cool.
So I didn't watch the whole show.
Okay.
Because we were working. I got home at 11:30, and I was getting undressed and ready to go to bed, and I saw that they were on. So I clicked on and I was like, oh man, I'm not even following their page. So I got to go follow their page. But I'll tell you a funny story. At 12:37, I'm in bed and I roll over, and it's Matt from Get a Grip calling me, and he was smash faced on that show. So I didn't answer because we were sleeping. So the next day I called him, and I was gonna call him at 8:00 my time, right? Because I know that he was smashed and it was gonna be really early. Like, you called me late, I'm gonna call you early. So I didn't, but I called him later that evening and I said, "Everything okay?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You called me at 12:30. I wanted to make sure everything was okay." So it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
The other thing, I watched Ginger Bros this week with Hammer Dent Repair. I really enjoy
Andy, love you, bro.
The different takes on each person. Like you think of, oh, well, Hammer was on RPS or Hammer was on PDR Tool Timer, and then they're on the Ginger Bros. But each show, I really enjoyed the different take of it, like the different stories and it was awesome. So I'm enjoying it. But
yeah, no, I think it's a cool thing that what we have going on, I think every single podcast show just brings something different, it's great. What I do like is that, since, what was it? Tool Time, it's not on anymore.
Yeah.
And it was three or four of them.
Yeah.
They're kind of trying to bring that back. So I thought that was cool to keep that going, tool reviews and things like that. But yeah, no, it was great. I enjoyed it.
So how's work been?
Work is good, man. Just been busy. I mean, it's been weird lately. I feel like there's, the work is there, but I feel like clients are not willing to pay what it really takes to get it done right. As opposed to last year, I didn't feel kickback too much. I'm feeling a little bit of a kick.
Yeah, the pullback.
The pullback this year. But it's been great. I've been having time off here and there, so so I'm just been riding with waves.
Yeah, it was slow for us. Not really slow, but it wasn't as crazy the beginning of the month. But the last 2 weeks, it's been crazy. A lot of my body shop stuff, with PPF, or they need 2 windows tinted, or they need a corner bumper done, or whatever. Even dents. The problem I'm having is a lot of the dents that I'm getting on the regular are completely smashes, and I'm so underestimating my time. So it's I can probably have that done in half a day, and then I can book another half a day smasher. but the stress is just unbearable. You know what I mean? But the cool thing is, Josh Story started with us this week, so he got here and started his journey of going on. So it's been fun. You know, you know what was really good?
We're gonna have to get him on the show one of these days.
We'll have to do it at the shop. We'll do that. The really cool thing is like we spoke. He flew out here. He spent a couple days here, and then we hung out at MTE. And I think it really helped his transition. You know what I mean? Because he's already got like a comical response to Mikey's BS. Because Mikey always talks shit all day long, so he's already ready. Like he's comfortable. He's not shy. Like he's like, oh yeah. It was just so funny. Like me and Noah were sitting on the other side of the shop. We're laughing at those two, just because Mikey's that type of guy. Mikey's the type of guy that's gonna bust your balls. Like, why are you using a polishing pad? You need a buffing pad, and he'll be over there polishing, and he goes, "Because I'm polishing the scuff off." And he's like, "No, you need to buff the scuff." And he's like, "It's doing the same." It was just really, really comical. So you know that dynamic, it's working really well, and you know,
nice.
it's been fun, dude. It's been really fun.
Congrats. Andy says he has his first employee starting Wednesday.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
Crazy.
Congratulations to Andy too. He's doing his what is it? His ribbon cutting.
Yes, the grand opening.
Yeah, the grand opening.
And if any of you guys too,
his shop looks nice, man.
It turned out good. His sign in his waiting room is awesome, made out of wood, and it's from here, so it's from Maryland.
Oh, really?
So I thought that was cool. Any of you guys that wanted this, come check us out. April 15th, we're having our 1-year anniversary birthday bash at the shop. Super excited about that. That should be fun. Andy, it's right. It is nervous and you're excited at the same time. But at the end of the day, it's all going to work out.
There you go.
Don't be so nervous. It'll all be fine, man. You know?
Yeah,
it'll all be fine.
It's definitely exciting.
So I think we're ready to get our guest on here soon.
Is he on?
He's here, but his camera's not on.
Okay.
But here he is. He's back. I'm going to let you introduce. You ready to rock and roll? Let's get him on.
Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Welcome, Mario.
Hey.
Mario,
guys?
How are you?
Good. How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Excited to hear your story. Thanks for coming on. This is what I like about the show, that we're just able to bring in so many techs from around the country and around the world too, man. Yeah. I've been a big fan of your stuff for a long time. And it's funny, when I first started seeing like your Instagram and everything that you're doing, I was just like, this guy's killing it. Wait, he's located in where? I'm like, Colombia? And he's killing it like that. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
So congratulations, man. I think that you're you're definitely putting PDR in a different level out there. So
absolutely. Thank you very much.
So
and he's on my time table, so that works out really well.
Eastern time, yeah.
Yeah, Eastern time. I figured out that today. But,
it's all good.
It's all good.
So Mario, for anyone that doesn't know who you are, can you just introduce yourself? Tell us where you're located, and
Absolutely. So, hello everyone. Thank you guys for having me on the show. First of all,
absolutely.
My name is Mario. I'm from Bogota, Colombia. Bogota is the capital of my country, which is Colombia.
Nice.
And I've been working since I have my 7th year now.
Wow.
So it's been a journey. It's been something that motivates me every day.
Nice.
PDR it's, as we all know, it's an art. It's something that you get better every day if you decide to do that, and it's amazing. And yeah,
How old are you, Mario?
I'm 32.
32. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
What did you do before PDR?
I study business administration. So my thing was to have my own business, right?
Got it.
The idea on that was to entrepreneurship, but I wasn't sure what my passion was, and then PDR came, and I'm here right now. You know,
How did you come across PDR? Like, did you have
it's
knowledge
really
background or?
yeah, it's strange because I don't have any cars or car industry background or anything.
Wow.
I was more like let's say yeah, companies and marketing and everything related.
Okay.
So the thing was that in my country there was a expo where there was different franchises. They sold franchises.
Okay.
So there was a guy from Puerto Rico who was selling one franchise that was it has. I remember that I was walking around, and I wanted to go right because I already did what I need, and I saw a sign with a car, and I just he got my attention, and I asked him what was that about, and he told me, "Hey, you will get money in 15 minutes." And that, you know that, and I get into it. We start talking. We had a good conversation, and then we did business. I bought the franchise. I stuck with him like 4 years. But uh, sometimes you don't get with trustworthy people,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I have to part ways with him. And then I started with my own brand, that it's Auto Elite. And yeah, that let me tell you something. When I started, I got like really bad training, right? It's not like the quality training that it's over there, that is really that you will learn a lot, in less time. I stay 2 months trying to learn, and in that time, I didn't even get to push from a brace, in 2 months.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Right?
What
So
was it? What were they teaching you? Just push and tap down, or?
yeah, absolutely. It was a person that teach you to maybe not get better, right? It's like, I don't know why I figured out that today. I think that in PDR, maybe there are some training that it's uh, just talking and not real action or on techniques and everything,
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So on that time, I realized that there was a huge industry behind PDR. It was something that in tools, I just thought that those tools that he gave me when I bought the franchise, right? Because you bought the know-how, and he'll give you the tools, right? And those tools were like, hey, this is the tools that you need.
Oh,
I see what he did.
More tools.
Okay.
And those tools were B&D tools. I don't know if you guys know that brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were a really random and average set of those tools.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, my main thing to develop my technique was like question question, what do I need to get that dent removed, and that the car looks fantastic, that the car looks from that to factory paint, that was the main thing. And I started questioning, I started looking for MTE, I started looking different websites. I started looking to many people that was, well, not too many people that was sharing videos and everything, and that was part of the journey.
Yeah. Now, in those 4 years, was there a lot that you learned from PDR, or was just like repetitive stuff that you were doing that wasn't really advancing you?
Yeah, there was like, so many struggles, because I didn't have the right training, first of all, and I didn't even had the way to use glue pulling the right way. I had the worst tabs that you will imagine in your life.
Yeah.
There were tabs like in the shape of a star.
Oh wow!
Really?
And I did use that with a black glue that it wasn't attached to the panel or anything. It was really bad. And
but you did fall in love with the art of PDR then, right? Like within those 4 years, even though you were struggling and grow, but
right.
you fell in love with the art of PDR.
Absolutely. Even though everything, I start to realize that it was something that many people won't do, because it was it's not something that you find in every corner, right? It's something that it's special, and I realized why it was special, and why it has to be the right way to be a successful business, right?
Now, did you know that right away?
Sorry?
Like, did you feel the passion right away when you started kind of getting into it?
Yeah, I think that I developed that passion,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that most of business, maybe when you're starting, you're trying to figure out how you get things done, how you get involved in the process and everything. And then when you start seeing results, like when you start seeing you getting paid, you're getting well paid for that, and you seeing results, and clients telling you, hey, congratulations for that amazing job and everything. I think that's the main thing, that hooks you up.
Yeah, it's a priceless feeling. It's like it's so much joy inside of you. It's just like it's like when your parents tell you, like, "Hey, good job." Like it's just that little joy.
Absolutely. And do you guys think that it's even more rewardable when a customer tells you, "Hey, congratulations, it's amazing," and then he pays you? Payment is important, obviously, but the motivation comes when you satisfy a necessity, right? When that guy trusts you enough to give you his car in your hands, right? So
And when you started in those 4 years, now did you have like wholesale accounts? Did you have like body shops, or did you have to do retail? Like,
I have everything, Manny. I started in wholesale, but in between I did dealerships, and I also I did kind of everything. I started asking dealerships if they need the service. My own customers came to my shop, and therefore everything went the right way for me.
That's
Is
awesome, man.
Is there a lot of people that do PDR there?
I think that there are not. Maybe they are obviously, but I'm not sure about his work, right?
Mm.
When you are in certain locations, you know that, hey, that guy, I can recommend you that guy because he is good, but I'm not sure here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there are, but I'm not sure the quality work that they do.
Yeah.
Do the customers know about PDR there? Or are they just now figuring it out, or?
It's there. It's like in every part. There are like customers that are really related with what PDR is, but I think that most of the people don't know about PDR.
Wow.
If we try to get statistics, it will be like, yeah, it's a tiny um, target that we have for PDR customers.
I see.
Right? Yeah.
So what happened after those 4 years? So you said, all right, I'm not going to do it with this company anymore. I'm going to start my own company, out of lead, and I'm going to go on my own. Did you go back into training?
Yeah. So exactly. So my main thing was to start learning the right way.
Mm.
I wanted to certify myself with a really good trainer in the United States. That was my main thing.
Okay.
So I could offer better service. So I could leverage everything that I have worked for,
Yeah.
and invest in the most important thing, that it's knowledge, right?
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
you get knowledge, then you start to use the tools, right?
Yeah.
So as I
Who
went,
who'd you go train with?
I start training with Mike Toledo.
I think I've heard about him. Nah, just
Yeah,
kidding.
I think we both know him.
Oh, absolutely. I think everyone in here knows him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Mike, he's done a lot for the industry, man. And there's a lot of good techs that he's trained,
yeah, absolutely.
What year did you go train with him?
Uh, I went in 2021,
Oh,
2021. Like,
okay.
yeah, like, yes, 2020 or 2021. I don't remember. Yeah, yeah, but
I
How
so
think
long
I,
did you go?
yeah, it was smooth. Everything went smooth. We understand each other really well. I already had a lot of experience. Let's say a
Mhm.
lot, but yeah, and I felt that I belong to that environment.
Yeah.
To many tools, pushing metal, uh, everything uh, related to learn more, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to take a second to welcome Mr. Robert Castillo.
Yes.
Thank you, Robert, for joining us. It's a pleasure having you on here. Now I'm
And
nervous.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Yes,
You're
we are.
getting there.
Yeah.
I am so happy the prayers are being answered. But yeah,
How
thank you for
h-
joining us.
how long did you go to Mike Toledo for training? How long was your training?
I went 1 week. 1 week.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
1 week for me was just fine. In that week, we did a lot of damages. We did really sharp damages. We did everything that we the main, obviously, we use different tools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
main thing,
you were doing fog too, right?
yeah, yeah, I'm a fog guy. Yeah,
Thank gosh.
yeah, I'd rather
No,
fog.
because you know what?
Ha-
I remember that time in social media when Mike was posting, and I remember seeing fog, the befores and after, and I was like, wait a minute, Mike doesn't do fog. I'm like, and then I saw that he was training you, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool, you know?
Yeah.
How did that transition work? How did it work with him knowing lines and you knowing fog?
You know, I it went real well because the patterns are similar but not the same. So I kind of try to understand lines with what I already knew about fog, right?
Yeah.
It's way different. You don't get used to in a day or something because it's minor detail, but you try to get the most of each of that methods, right? So yeah, it went the right way.
Now, do
Mhm.
you have lines on your fog board right now? Like
Yeah,
a
I
few
use
lines?
I use I use lines on the center of a board that I have. Yes, I think that you have one, right?
Yeah, I think that, I always tell this to everyone. Doing dents with lines, it works great. Doing dents with fog works great. If you combine both of them together,
Hmm.
it's just another level, you know.
Absolutely.
So I actually learned that at MTE, actually, that if you have both, you can really see more quality, I think.
I mean,
Right.
So I adapted that here, with any light that I come across. Even when I go to do the competition, I take my own tape and I add lines in the middle. You just get so used to it, I think. And
Yeah, it's
it's
detail.
it's a really great combination when you put lines in the middle.
now, are
Yeah.
you starting the dent with the line or are you starting the dent with the fog?
No, I started with the fog. Yeah,
Okay.
I started with the
Yeah.
fog, and then lines for me is like fine detail when
Hmm.
I need to get that minor uh, lows of
Yep.
what I have. You know, lines
And
are amazing for that. Lines.
And Bruce is absolutely correct too. And then, so it's fog lines and then natural reflection.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
And that's something that I've also learned from Sal. Sal is huge on just using
Crazy.
natural
Yeah.
reflections.
Oh yeah, I you know what? Many people did you guys know that people used to do with that natural refraction? Yeah, they didn't have the boards that we already have.
Yeah.
Right, right. It's
So
yeah, it's always mind blowing to know that, that
yeah,
that's how they used to fix dents. And I'm sure Robert, he's an OG too, so I'm sure that he has stories of, using different things. So that's cool, man. So you went out for training, then you learned a lot more details. Is there something that stood out from that training that you were like, wow, like, I knew about this, but now after the training, I really know about it, and this it's going to help me when I go back home. Was there something that stood out from the training?
yeah. The main thing, it's invest in tools, knowing that they will help you out with real situations. It's
Yeah.
not because that's the thing in PDR, that many people, I believe, think that they know that they have the tools for every situation, but the manufacturers actually, most of them have been techs, and they know what they are doing, right? So each tool that you can add to your arsenal will help you to improve and get that repair in less time and be more productive. For me, it
Yeah.
was
Cleaner.
changing that mindset. Not worrying about hey, I'm spending 2 or 3 grand on tools. They return the investment, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I feel that happens a lot, that people get, kind of stuck in just the price and the money, tag of tools. They, they don't see the value that those tools could bring to them. Like I was actually talking to someone today. I was showing them Stenliner tools, and I was telling them why I like them, and how I use them, and how it has helped me. And I was easily telling them, like, their mission statement, it's that work smarter, not harder.
Right.
And
right.
that is the whole concept about, always, buying new tools or buying,
less effort, more being more productive, for me is doing that same dent where you looked years before that, hey, I didn't have these tools where I can do this one right now. And I can do it like really faster and charging more, right? It's about that point is the main point for me in PDR. Less time, effectiveness,
And I think cleaner. Some of the tools really push cleaner. You know what I mean? When you have a cleaner repair, it's faster.
It's faster, right? You don't spend time
cleaning up.
Cleaning everything up, right? It's just like that.
So what was your batch of tools after you went to training? Did you go to Ultra?
So I went to Ultra Dent. Most of my tools are from Ultra. I use most of the handle systems that they have. I put the octagons. I actually send tools for them to put the octagons.
Wow.
Then I bought the handle that they have, that it's like really versatile. I bought different tools, the sharp ones, the double bends, the every tool that I believe that it will help me to get better. Right, that was the main thing. Mostly from Ultra, and I don't know, maybe some flat bars. Yeah, I got ones from Sol Contreras, and that's it.
How hard is it to buy tools from Colombia?
Yeah, it's hard because currency is really different, right? So let's say that you're buying $100 tool. It's like 4 times here, four times and a half. So it's quite expensive, but normally you try to adjust what you charge in the inflation and all that aspects, so it won't it won't affect you at all, but definitely affects you, and most of the Latin community have that situation, right? It's like they are looking for the better tools on the market, and where are they? In United States.
I get. I was just going to say that I do have like some friends from Brazil that they look at my videos and they see the repairs, and time to time they will throw it out there. They're like, oh, you could do that kind of repairs because you're lucky that you're able to have those tools. And in a way, it's just like, it's a good thing, but in a way, it's just like, it's kind of not too, because I know that there's guys out there that are still doing very good work, good quality work, without the number of tools that I have, so it's kind of like both ways, it's like, I feel good that I have these tools, but at the same time, it's like, I know other guys who are doing, the same stuff with like less tools.
I think that in that aspect, it comes up to how good of a good tech you are, right? With what you have. It's like, if it's like you don't have to buy tools to be a better tech. You already had a good tech, that knows that that tool will help you to become a great tech in less time and be more productive. That's it.
Yeah.
But we are not saying that those tools won't help, right? There are, because you can buy tools anywhere that might help you, but you know, it's about um, for me it's looking for the better situation. If you can buy tools,
Yeah,
go ahead.
you still need both, I think. And
Yeah.
I was watching the Dent Nerds show the other day, and they were talking about that. Like, they had a question about, like, do with all these tools now out in the market, is it easier for new techs to learn PDR,
Yes.
or do you still need that knowledge?
Nah,
And
for me, yeah, for me it's about tools. Tools help
Yes.
you amazingly.
And me being 20, March will be 23 years. I look at the tools we had, and they look like caveman tools. It look, they're you're like, how the hell do we fix step cards like that? And then you look at younger guys now, that even you, Manny, that pick things up really quick.
Yeah.
I think some of it is technology of tools and training.
right,
Mhm. Yeah,
right,
that's
You
the main
know,
thing. It's a technology, and it's a different approach.
yes,
You already have lights. You already have stands. You have ways where you can leverage from any panel way easier than before. You don't have to use wood,
yeah,
like maybe Ryan understands about that.
oh yeah.
And you
And
know
even I remember when a Eliminate came out, we were
hmm
using a board with a spray painted line on it. That was our thing. And then we got Eliminate boards, lights. And I came home and I said, Ash, she's like, what's that? I said, it's like watching HD television. The difference from the board to the Eliminate light, it was night and day difference.
yeah,
So that's a true proof of technology. You
yeah,
young guys are lucky because
yeah,
Robert's sitting back with me, shaking his head, saying, yeah, he's right.
yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely, yeah.
So
now, good,
go ahead,
man.
Ryan.
You're good.
Uh,
So you come back from training, right? You're back from training with Mike. Were you like hitting the ground running, or were you trying to figure out how to set up your business and really orchestrate it? Because obviously Mike kind of gives you a blueprint in your training. He kind of helps you navigate there, plus the technical side of it.
Yeah,
What did you do when you got back from Mike?
yeah. My main, absolutely, yeah. In talking about technical aspects, yeah, I try to develop more technical aspects to improve in quality repairs, but also how to systematize, yeah. Um, any systematize, it's said, yeah, it's well said like that. Sistematizar, yeah.
okay.
uh, it was like to get processes where I can allow me to receive in a better way my clients, with all the with all that comes in the business, right? How you handle the business, how you get your estimates, how you get your customers on social media, how you direct them the right way, so they won't go, how you attract them, how you get their attention,
Mm,
and how you work towards that snowball where you can get all the structure going, right? For me, that was the main thing, because yeah, sometimes we focus too much on the technical aspect, but
Yeah.
we don't focus on how to get the structure of our business. Yeah,
yeah.
the how we manage our marketing, how we manage our expenses, the way that we promote ourselves. There are many aspects that are really important
Absolutely.
besides technical aspects.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. There's a lot of guys that focus on the dents,
Yeah.
the dents. But how do clients find you?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. How do clients find you, knowing that there are platforms that you can use to show yourself, show where you are, right?
Yeah.
Show what you do, and that's my main thing. It's like how I can get attention on people that have no clue about PDR, right?
Yeah. And
Because
how did you do that?
I'm not doing videos. I'm not doing videos for PDR techs. I'm trying to do videos to get attention and attract people that has no idea on PDR. Uh, what I do, I try to understand the metrics of viral videos and why they get viral. If you analyze viral videos, are unique, right? They hit because they have a point where they can uh, get a message massively, and I try to understand those metrics and get creative with PDR using that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no, people don't want to to see long videos anymore. People want to get to the point.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think that we are creating a video just from our own criteria, but we need to think that, like, hey, if I didn't understand what's that, how do I get attention from that video, right?
Okay.
It's thinking like, yeah, if someone, like a friend of yours or girlfriend or something, watch that video, he will get attention or not, right? That's the main thing. It doesn't matter your industry. What matters is the message, the point, the process, if is really interesting or not. If you are understanding the the traction of your videos, you will try to, you'll try to get better on the next one.
Yeah.
Because you learn doing that. You
Yeah.
learn when you start doing videos, you learn, hey, that didn't work. Why would you do the same? Try
Yeah.
to
Makes
do
sense.
try to realize what's worked for you, and using your creativity towards PDR. PDR has a lot of topics to talk about. Many people have cars. Many people need that service, so it's about that.
Yeah. By the way, I know that you were on this topic on the Latin PDR community class that you guys did at NTE. You did a great job, by the way. And you actually touched on this subject, to help other techs get their videos out. And you talked about that, creating videos that, make others curious about what is it that you're doing. Right. And like you said, just like stop love making, just get to the point, right.
Absolutely.
And I actually want to pull, because I that was a really, really good class that you did. And actually I'm going to pull up those things that you put up, because you touched on you touched on the subject of, like, you have to know what is the content that you're actually trying to put out. You have to know, like, what is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to put out a video to show other technicians who you are? Are you trying to show other,
Your real customers.
Yeah.
find your real customers? And go ahead.
Jay's saying it right here. He thinks, this is Rockstar Jay. So if you guys don't know Jay, he was a dent guy. Now he's a rock star. He's doing big things, taking his dream on. But he says he thinks that you should, shy away from the term PDR when making videos, introducing them to paintless dent repair. And that makes complete sense because we assume in our head that they know what PDR is.
That they know what PDR is. I mean, even Dave O is saying like, he's moving into like dent correction because it's true. We try to put out there like PDR.
Yeah.
And if we're trying to reach clients, some clients may not even know what PDR is.
They don't know.
Exactly.
They don't know. It's about a necessity that you are you need to resolve a necessity, and you have to go to the point that if you go directly to remove like a comment right there, dent restoration or something like that, that's the main thing. It's how you attract people that get first of all curious about what you do, and then you attract them for resolving that necessity, and that's the main thing. Not just thinking on PDR on all the technical aspects, because people won't understand that. Your customers don't need to know all that technical aspects. They and other things that you have to know your language, how you use your language, because there are some vocabulary in PDR that people don't understand. You just have to say like it's pushing through the metal, and and that's it. Get in very general aspects really clear with what you're saying, because it's like kindergarten. You need to get straight with the message.
And by the way, you do a very, very, very good job in the Latin PDR community. Your Instagram, you're killing it, and so is the other social media platforms. And I definitely see how what you're explaining it, you got it down, man, because your social media, it's killing it. And I just love also how you put it out in Spanish. Like you it's perfect, man. Like,
thank you.
Your English is really good.
I try my best. I need to understand English to learn also. Many people don't have that opportunity, but for me it was like, hey, I need to learn English to understand what these guys are talking about. Like Mike, like all these guys, because let me tell you something. Most of the videos that I start seeing was in English, because tell me which person will do videos in Spanish talking about PR. It's like, and it's like when you get passionate about it, you'll understand and try to improve English, in my case, for learning. So
no, you're definitely doing awesome. So tell me a little bit back, going back home, you got new tools, you got new ways of like doing business, just like you have all these strategies. Are you doing mobile service? Did you open up a shop? Like,
all right. So when I came to my city, I had a friend of mine that had a body shop, a really big body shop that fits about 50 cars around. So we started working together because I had a lot of customers that needed sometimes bumper repairs, scratches, body work. So we could get on a same place, working towards the whole service, what the
Mm.
whole service that a client might need.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we didn't get that customer go because we have a bumper, it's a dent, but I have a bumper to repair. No,
Nice.
it's about getting the getting that client with the necessities that we need to resolve right there.
Everything in one place.
That makes
Everything in
sense.
one place. That was my main thing. Obviously, thinking strategically, it
Yeah.
was the main thing for us to go. And we've been 3 years working with our
Together.
partners, yeah,
Yeah.
in partnership. Everything have been really smooth. uh,
Nice.
I don't have to be aware, if I need to get a door or something. I have a person that get that to me.
Must be nice.
I don't complain. Yeah. And yeah, something like that. It works really well because I sell body work for him, and that's the main thing for him. And then he complements what I do with what I told you. Like, hey, I need this spot for my client. Then I need to remove this and everything.
That's awesome.
It's and
Partnerships
many
good.
people can work like that in detailing or in body shops. uh, it's like that. We don't have to demonize other services because all of them work. If they work in the right way, they can work in a team, like on a
Yeah.
team,
Yeah.
like I do, and
Yeah.
it helped me a lot.
How is it with the body mans? Is it like it is sometimes out here where like the body man does it's not a really big fan of the PDR
Oh
guy?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Most of the body man don't. They think that it's easy, and the PDR guy makes money easy, and he comes and goes, and that's it. But by the time I've been that body shop, we have all a nice relationship. I
Nice.
talk with them, and let me tell you, I learned some things from body work to
Yeah.
get dents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask people that have worked in body work, and they understand crowns, they understand metal movement and everything.
Yep.
So it's a good synergy going out there. It's
That's
about
cool.
that. No complaints about that.
And I'm sure that there's a lot of dent guys out, in here wondering, so what does PDR cost in your city?
Oh yeah, like the estimates and
Yeah, so let's say, a quarter size
yeah,
dent on the door. What is,
yeah,
something that would normally out here cost,
yeah.
I
How,
think
how much? How
I
much?
think 150 is the set price for, quarter size dent, right? I mean, some
Yeah.
guys will probably do it for less, some for more, but let's say
Oh yeah,
150. What does it
yeah.
cost? What does that cost in your city?
You know what, Manny? That's important to know because when I started, I was charging really low because I wasn't. I thought to myself, I'm not good enough to charge this guy, and my main thing was to get practice, right?
Mm.
And right now, I think that the learning curve, as you're learning, your price goes up, right? Because you guarantee to your customer that you absolutely preserve the factory paint, right?
Yeah.
So when you get to that level, then you start comparing yourself with the dealerships. and my main thing is to compare myself with the dealership because they charge a lot of money. Let's say, for example, if they have to they have a dent that is really sharp, they will tell you, hey, I have to paint this door, right? They will charge you like $800. In your case, $900, depend on the car. It can go
Right.
and in my case, if I have that comparison, I will go 60 or maybe 50% half. Half that price,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in that case, it will be around 450.
Yep.
And my prices have been like that since 3 years ago, kind of. A quarter size dent, for example, 180, it will be like comparison in dollars. But the problem is that I cannot change the currency because it will be, if what I charge will be really low in dollars, right?
No, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just, I
Yeah.
guess, and we know this, that in every country, the currency is always
Yeah.
going to be different, so we're not comparing like dollar to dollar, but,
Yeah.
I only ask because I like to admire, that, in social media, a lot of people are always like, how much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not always about the money,
Yeah.
because every country is different,
Yeah.
lifestyle is different. But I only ask because, I get admired, because of that I always tell people it's not always about the money. It's truly an inside passion that we all have for what we do. And we charge what we charge in whatever country we're in, depending on the economy,
Yeah.
so
Depending on the market.
on the market. Yeah. So I respectfully, I ask this not to compare dollars to dollars,
No.
but, just to get an idea. If someone in here is wondering, like, I wonder what it costs in Colombia,
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me tell you, in my case, I think that it has become where I can let my customers understand why the price is that price, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Because
educate them.
Educate them. You have to educate your customer, telling them like this is a really precise job where it's not about how much I spend my time doing this. It will be even better if like I do this then and you can go. Yeah, I try to tell him that.
Yeah.
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 Like
yeah.
it's way better if you can wait the car and then you go and do your things and have the rest of your day. Yeah, I wouldn't charge you the same and or more and tell you, hey, wait here 3 hours, knowing that I can get that done in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Why that?
Yeah.
So people or customers think that time it's the factor that it's worrying for. This is expensive because he took $200 in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the value is absolute. The value is in the time. The value is in the time because I get that then in that time. That's the value.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's about educating your customers. It's about knowing your worth.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to know your worth because if you don't understand that, you'll try to have pennies for your job. You
Yeah.
have to understand your investments, the time that you put in your knowledge,
Yeah.
the effort that you do every day to
Yeah.
to get customers satisfied. And
So I don't think you told me what is the cost for like a regular size dent. I still
think
want to
that
know.
let's say 180 for
Okay.
yeah, for me 180.
Colombian money.
Yeah, 180,000 pesos. It will be.
Oh, okay. 180.
Yeah,
Okay. And then here that would be compared to like what?
I think that it will be. I compare like the same. 180.
Okay. Oh,
I
okay.
try to $1,000. It's 1 million pesos, Colombian pesos.
Okay.
It's the best comparison that can be.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
So it's pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's different. In your case,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
I'm
the
sure.
same
You're saying from
for that type of dent.
I mean, it depends, right? Like you could always depends, like you were saying, the kind of car, the location, and all this
Yep.
stuff. But average price, it starts around 150. But the reason why I was asking is because like at MTE, I meet guys from like Czech Republic, and in Czech Republic, what we would charge here for 150, they're getting paid over there like $25.
Yeah, we had somebody on that was like $35.
Yeah,
What was that?
and I can't remember, but it was, to me, it's just it's just the knowing. But what's amazing to me is that in their town, it's always the same negotiation. Like how much? It's like, oh, you're making $25 in 30 minutes, like, no, how can you be charging me that? So it's the same thing everywhere,
Yeah.
But what I do admire is that, your investment to valuing your business. What I mean is just like, I see that you're always like buying tools, I've seen you at MTE, the last 3 years. You're out here competing, and it's just like, I love that no matter what the difference in money is, it's just like you're still, so invested in the industry and like what you do in your business and your career. And it's just like, you're dedicated, man. So just like, big ups to you for that,
No, thank you.
I see the tools that you're using for different jobs, and I'm like, man, like, that's so cool, It's just like
He's got some investment in there. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, and you know what? It's for me. It's how you approach what you do, right?
Yeah.
If you take seriously what you do with passion, with love in what you do, you believe in that, and you start investing in everything that can gets you in a better situation with your business.
Yeah.
And for me, getting being there, trying to learn from everyone that I met, trying to understand why are new tools out there that I can use and everything. It's the main thing to get my business where I need to,
Yeah.
And I think that it's about that. We don't go to MT just to chat with anyone. We're going we're going like, hey, I need to get better in what I do, right?
Yeah.
It's
I mean, just like how you're doing with the PDR community classes that you guys started, you're trying to be more awareness. I mean, bring more awareness into the Latin community. I think that is awesome. So what is the future looks like for you, Mario? What is, you've made it this far. You're very successful, man. And I think you're killing it. What does the next 5 years look for you?
right. So maybe, I think that I like to focus on the education part.
Okay.
I love to learn, to teach new guys. I really involved with that. I think that I will be pushing, but I think that I will start to um, go further in all the aspects on how to get knowledge out there for people using the different platforms that we have, not just personalized training, but you know, uh, in every platform. You know me. I'm a social media guy, you know. So yeah,
I could definitely see you as like, the next Mike Toledo in the Latin community,
yeah. It's like I'm just pushing every day. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes, but I just keep doing that. It's a passion. It's passion. It's something
Yeah.
that
That's
If
gets
cool.
me
if
going.
if there was someone on here watching that maybe um they're also from Latin culture and they're like, man, I don't know how to get out there, just like,
Mhm.
what would be like your three best advice to help someone out there?
Mhm.
uh,
All right. So, if there's people that want to start PDR, I will tell them that it's something that you have to. The first thing is that you take the decision, that you decide that you will do it, and you have to be responsible on that decision. Being responsible is to understand that it's actually a business, and you have to take care of your business if as you're planting seeds and knowing how to grow the whole tree. You have to understand
Yeah.
what you need to do, and the first thing is to decide that you take a look of the industry, look how you get in these positions with your body, understand what it takes to be a PDR tech, and don't take it for granted. It's a career. you
Yeah.
know when you decide that you will be in PDR, the first thing is to it will the second advice, to get proper training.
Yeah.
The main thing is try to look for the best option for you to get trained, and get be persistent in the quality of your service.
yeah
As you have your service guaranteed, and you impact your community, you start to getting your business really structured in all the financial aspects, and then you start escalating. You start seeing how you get better. You invest in tools. You can use social media. You can get all the advantages that we all have out there to improve, to get um, more money, to get to be where you want to be.
yeah
That's
and your third advice?
It'll be uh, keep be disciplined,
Yeah.
with PDR, because you'll get the muscle memory. You'll get the muscle memory, and when you understand the muscle memory when you are doing this, is something that you understand. And uh, and another one will
Go
be
ahead.
taking risks. Take risk. Go on different dance. Don't get used to the same dance as always, because you will
I
stay
like that.
right there. You won't do anything if you stay on the same dance. Don't get
See, that
used
was
to the
good.
same dance. That's the best advice that I could give you. Don't get used in the same. Get on the uh, out of your comfort zone, and you will learn a lot.
Mario, that was
That
really
was
good,
good.
man. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you.
They've always said that you're a very humble guy, and I couldn't agree with him more, man. I met you in person, and I've seen you on social media. You're very humble, man, and you're very unique in our industry, especially in the
Yeah.
Latin side. Keep doing what you're doing, man. If you've made it this far already, I could only just keep
Oh,
seeing you up, man. Keep at it.
The drive is there. That's for sure.
Yeah,
You know.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I
how
really appreciate it.
If anyone wants to find you on social media, what's the easiest ways to find your work?
So I think that Instagram they can look out for me. Auto Elite, Bogota.
Mm-hmm.
Bogota is my city. So yeah, I have all my social media with that name. So make sure that you can uh, follow Auto Elite, and maybe you can learn some good tips from there.
Yeah.
See, I started watching when Manny and I started talking about bringing you on. I don't know the language, so I have Google Translator, but the Google Translator did really well with keeping up with this with the social media. So it was good. You know, you have a very unique style.
Yeah.
And I think it's good because it works.
I think like Peter Vega said here, just like Martin, he sounds like a college professor, you know, in Spanish, and I'm sure that's why the Google Translator was on it, because and I've told him this in person, just like his wording, the way he says it, everything is just like it's professor's language right there.
It's like I'm totally with that, because you know PDR is so technical that you know it's I always saw it like a really innovative service, and it is. It has a lot of minor factors that for me is like I have to show the people the right way what it is about. You know, it's really something. It's not something that everyone will do. It's really it's a science behind a whole repair. You know, it's there are many factors involved. So I take that with that approach, because I think that PDR is about that. It's just art in every aspect, every aspect that you can. And many people or your customers, they normally see some of the videos and they tell me, hey, that's really interesting, because it's how you move metal with those tools, and how you get all that result with the lighting and the tap downs, and you know, all those tools involved are amazing, and people get that curiosity. You know, it's insane. It's insane.
I have my last question here, and we're gonna let you go because I know it's late, and we really appreciate you coming on the show. You know, I had lower back issues a couple weeks back, and it was just like, I've heard it before. It's just like, Manny, take care of yourself. But you know, we're just hard headed. We just keep working. But then now until it hurts, you're like, I need to take care of myself. What is Mario doing to take care of himself?
Oh, good question.
Live his really good
question. Really good question, because I try to, well, I exercise like 5 times a week, you know.
Okay.
And I do, you know what is really good for PDR, and people will tell you, hey,
yoga.
Yoga.
Really?
Yeah, because you get a lot of stretching, flexibility, and normally we don't warm up. We don't warm up when we are pushing, and we start like that, and we get in these awkward positions, and that every day is going. So you need to stretch everything, you know, like your back, your shoulders, your legs. And if you complement that with weight training, I'm like not saying that you have to be a bodybuilder or something, but you need to understand that that helps you with your tissue. When you are lifting weights, it helps you with to maintain your energy, to be active. When you do exercise before work, you get a less stress, you get a nice clear view on what you need to do, and there are many more benefits. You know, you feel better, you feel more energized, you feel, you know, like with all the approach that you need to get dents, because we need to use energy.
Yeah.
We use
Yeah.
energy all day.
Yeah.
So I
See,
think go
see,
and do yoga.
I just need to do what Dave O says, staying away from the pasteles and empanadas.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the second.
That's the good one, because they are already there and it's delicious. And believe me, it's really it's something that I have to fight every
Yeah.
day. You know,
Yeah.
not the cravings. You know, avoid the cravings. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, Manny, I think that you should do. You just go start, look around if there are at some local gym or something, yoga classes, and every tech should do this, because what happens if you have that lower back pain and it gets like really hard to deal, and you won't receive money on that
Yeah.
one.
No, he'll be
That's
home.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
be home trying to rest. And for me, you know, health is wealth. It's
I like
like
that.
health is the main thing to, for me, produce money, right?
Yeah.
In this case that we do PDR, we use our body, we use our mind, we use our focus, we use cognitive uh, yeah, our cognitive reflexes and everything. We are really into that, as not, let's say 80% of the people don't do that every day. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we use
Yeah.
everything that motricidad fina. Yeah, you understand me, Manny, but
Yeah. Thank you, Mario. Mario, we really appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Definitely.
thank you guys.
I know it's late down there too, and it means a lot. And your story, it's very, it's unique. It's awesome, and I was really happy to hear it. And you're doing very good in your PDR career. Thanks for what you do in the Latin community. And my best wishes to you.
Same for you, for both of you
Definitely.
guys. Thank you guys for doing a really cool platform where we can discuss these topics that can help people that are
Exactly.
trying to get better in this art every day.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Absolutely.
And it's fun to watch. And now that I know your story, I understand, you know what I mean? From a bad situation to where you are now. So
Mm-hmm.
you look at a bump in the road
Yeah,
as a learning experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of go from there. So it's nice to
absolutely.
see.
It's just look that bump is just some more learning. You know,
It's exactly what it is.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
learning, not just failing. It's learning. You
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Yeah.
Mario, you have a great evening.
Thank you guys. Thank you,
Thank
Ryan.
you.
Thank you, Manny.
You know, one last thing. We spoke about that you're from Colombia, and this whole show you speak it in English. So just say bye to the audience in Spanish, so that they could at
Chao,
least
chao.
believe that you're from Colombia.
Chao, amigos desde Colombia. Se les quiere. Se les quiere. Yeah.
Thank you, Mario.
All
Gracias.
right, guys. Thank you.
See you.
Appreciate it. Have
Bye-bye.
a
Take
good
care,
one.
brother. See you.
That was a good one.
Yeah, he's
That was a
an
good- and
awesome
it's-
guy, man.
For me, like when I first started watching stuff, it was hard because I don't know Spanish. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really need to learn. Like that's one thing that I need to work on is learn, because we have in my area, big Hispanic area, you know, a Latin area. So I struggle. It's hard. But
you know, the thing is that, like, you know, just like English, right? There's like street talk, and you know, there's like, you know, professional talk. His Spanish, man, is just like, you know, well, at least for me, I recognize it as like real professional. You know, cool. He speaks it well, and you know, he puts it out there very well. So it's just like, that was an awesome interview, man. And like I said, like, if you not have met him in person, look for him at MTE, just the same way he was here. He's also in person. He's very humble. You know, he's definitely give you any advice he can. And he's just an awesome tech, man. Awesome guy. And he does very good work too.
Yeah, his repairs are.
Like I said, he competes at the Dent Olympic every year, you know, and the fact that he's doing it, you know, that shows you a lot as well. So
what are you saying?
No. I'm just all I'm saying is that you got to go to yoga class too. You got to get yourself to a yoga class, my friend.
Hey,
well, you and I both.
You're right. Well, you have a great night.
Yeah, thank you everyone for
everyone watching. Us. You know, it was a good show. Yeah,
thank you everyone who came on and heard Mario's story. So thank you guys. Dent Digest show. We'll be back next week, Thursday,
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock Eastern time.
You guys have a great night. Be safe. Manny, we will chat.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.